on how to make people have a truly miserable experience. So, but how to translate the screaming children, the demanding customers, the alarm systems that will not turn off into a piece of hardware and software. So we had to come up with a whole new design philosophy around this, which I call complete misery as a service. So with this, now we have to figure out how to translate those things, so we use some science to do that, and how we do that is with music theory. Now in music theory, there is something called an interval. An interval is the difference in pitch between two subsequent or simultaneous notes. So, for example, one example of a really nice, pleasant sound would be the perfect fifth interval. And that's what you see with the Mario coin whenever you collect coins in Mario Brothers.
That's the one that goes bing?
That's right, it does go bing. So, that bing in particular, you will notice, sounds like this.
Yeah, I remember that.
Now that sounds really nice, right? Feels like you got something done, right? Mm-hmm. It's really, that is that perfect fifth interval. Those two sounds, the wavelengths of each one, are corresponding in a very pleasant and nice way. But a half step beneath that is another interval, and that one is called the tritone. The tritone is the most miserable sound in all of music. And so we designed our system based off of this tritone. Basically what's happening in a tritone is that one wavelength is doing this, the other one is doing this, and they never actually meet at all, which makes it really irritating to listen to.
Kind of like annoying, right?
Yes, I would say annoying is a really great word to describe that. So we base our entire system off of this theory right here, and this is basically what the hardware looks like. So up here, you see this series of LEDs, and each of these LEDs is blinking at an interval that in no way is along the same lines as any of the other intervals that any of the other LEDs are doing.
Why would you put blue and white together?
Because they are really, this comes from test-driven development.
Right.
So basically what we are doing is we're testing the system against ourselves. And so in the end, we discovered that just by iterating over this again and again, we discovered that the blue, the bright, bright blue next to the bright, bright white, really, really hurts you in a deep, sort of soul-crushing way. So we wanted to include that in there. But yeah, that's just a discovery that we
Kind of like a death beam or something.
Right, yes, exactly. In fact, that is what this is called, the death beam combo.
Cool.
Along with that, we also have our piezo buzzer, which, by the way, is playing a tritone interval. And mind you that while this is going on, the tempo of our buzzer is completely different than the tempo of any of our LEDs, which doubles the irritation. So that is how that system is set up, but that's not all that we do.
What did you do?
Well, for one thing, it's one thing to make the user miserable, but we wanted to make sure to make this a holistic practice, so we wanted to make sure to make the developer miserable as well,
right.
Because otherwise, how can they make the user miserable? They themselves are not. So we're using reverse camel case on all of the scripts.
Now, why would you do something like that?
Well, with reverse camel case, what happens is you spend most of your time holding the shift key down while you type, or having to go back and forth between caps lock and not caps lock in order to get anything done.
Wait.
It literally doubles the time it takes to do anything.
But what if someone is using Vim and they have that?
They will have to spend months creating a new Vim RC in order to operate it.
Just to run this?
That's right.
Oh my god.
So, with all of those things together, we then create a system that not only really, really makes you want to just cup your ears, but also makes you want to tear your eyes out, much like Oedipus did. And so...
Now what we're going to do, we're going to do a demo. It's demo.
All right, here we go. So this is what we ended up with after a while. Here it goes.
Isn't that the most annoying fucking thing to do?
It's like police.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You know, in an apartment, it's even more annoying. But anyway, come hack with us. We're going to be learning Arduino basics. You can follow us on GitHub and Twitter, and yeah, it's all on GitHub. So come make unannoying.js with us. Thank you.